Well, here she is without the motor. And you can take a look at this. Is that like the torque converter right there that's showing?
Yeah, that's the torque converter type.
And can you tell wear on that? Is that okay? I mean,
normally the only way you can tell the wear on a torque converter is really if the trans starts slipping. If the trans starts slipping,
then you know.
Yeah, you get a whole new unit or send it out for rebuild.
Right.
And you send it with a torque converter, so when they do the trans rebuild, they freshen up the torque converter.
Okay. So you don't do just the torque converter.
No.
I mean, unless in the old days you used to do like there occasionally they would replace them, but I guess
put a high stall torque converter.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they got them for this one. Pro Torque sells them. They're not expensive at all, and you can hold up to like 29, 3,000 RPM of stall. So they're good for racing on big turbo cars. Make a lot of boost off the line. So
and these are the exhaust manifolds down here, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I was able to just leave them in there. I just pushed down on the exhaust and they slid right off the engine.
Okay.
So
nice.
Which is a good thing. It took about a half hour off the work time.
Oh, you might have to disconnect it from the catalytic converter.
That'll
and
cause a leak. And so I just left them in there.
Yeah, luckily, I mean, probably, I guess, for whoever if you were working on it, it got detailed not too long ago, so it wasn't too dirty. You know?
It was actually very clean. I don't get them like this anymore. Sometimes I get cars that they got an inch of cake on.
Yeah, right.
So,
like this guy doesn't look like he maintained the car pretty good. I wonder what happened. You know, how did it blow up? You know, but oh well, that's what happens. So. All right, well, hopefully, and then this looks like the big wiring harness right here, huh?
Yeah, the main bulkhead.
Just plug that puppy right in, huh?
Yeah, it attaches to the side of the trans, something like this.
Okay.
And what it does is like this. Right on top of the engine, on the side of the engine, and on top of the engine. This is where the air box would bolt to, and then the harnesses would clip right under it, something like this. You know, and
where's the other end of that? On the manifold, in the intake manifold?
On the intake manifold, exactly.
Okay. And that's where all the sensors are going to plug into and so forth. Okay.
They kind of simplified it because before Subaru had 2 connections, one on each side of the engine. And instead of going with 4 or 5 connectors, depending on the model, they went with 2 or 3 big connectors off to the side.
Right. Makes it
a lot easier.
A lot cleaner too, less cabling going all over the place and everything else. And then you're able to maintain the pressure in the air conditioning unit, or?
Yeah, because I just remove the entire bracket and I just swing it over to where the battery goes into. So I don't have to
it doesn't open up really.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then the other thing I was curious about is, you know, just like vacuum pressure in the brakes and all that, just that stays sealed up. There's no issue about.
This is the line that goes right to the intake manifold. So once. Like right now, it's not gonna have any power brakes, of course.
Right.
But if I were to put a vacuum source onto here, and create about 20 pounds of vacuum, it would have power brakes.
Start working again.
I'm not gonna sit in front of the car.
So you don't, but you don't have to do anything bleeding the brakes or any of that sort of thing. So
that's all air powered.
Things such as the alternator and that just go power steering, just get reused.
Yeah, the power steering pump, I removed it as a unit also, just like I did the AC.
And that stays sealed then too, so you don't really have to. So this car actually had a rack replaced, believe it or not, too. Wow. So I had some issues with the steering in this car, but that was under warranty early on, but anyway. Yeah,
I try to remove the least amount of parts as possible. One, to make it easier on me, and to make it more cost effective.
Right, right. Well, I really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot, and maybe we'll see this on the internet. Thanks.
All right.